Beer loading.
Hello audience, welcome back. Hello audience. In this show we buy an entire 6-pack of beer and we try to drink as much of it as we can in an hour, and we hold your hand and drag you through the glory of the journey along with us the entire time, describing play by play how the beer works. And basically we just give a review of how the beer is, you know? A beer, when you start on beer number 1, can taste very different by the time you get to beer number 6, because sometimes the beer is a little warmer. Sometimes you're rock rolling shit-faced. You don't really know. There's a lot of ins and outs. So, without further ado, today I'm going to be drinking Four Noses Brewing Company's Raspberry Blonde Ale with raspberries. Brewed and packaged in Broomfield, Colorado. Fresh fruit, effervescent, harmonious. Great marketing. I'm looking for a fucking percentage. There we go. 6.3 alcohols by volumes. So this ought to be fun. I will be describing this based on my interpretation of the beer, and I'm getting a big fat finger from Nico right now. That wasn't meant as a diss. I'm very jealous. He gets to brew beer every day. Well, not every day, but you know what I mean. He gets to brew beer when he's not cleaning the brewery, so that's more than I get to brew beer. If we're doing the usual tasting notes that people do for these kinds of beer reviews, I'm getting a lot of beer and some raspberry. I don't know if it's because it's all foam, but you definitely can tell that it's tart. You can see that it's red. There's raspberry actual. Apparently the way this is made, they brewed the beer, they brewed this blonde and then let it age on raspberries. So I imagine this is gonna be very fruit forward, a little tart. And I picked this beer because I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to just muster up the ability to drink a 6-pack of a raspberry beer. So let's just get started and see how it goes. That is not nearly as tart as I thought it was. Like, the smell of it had a little bit of acid to it. That's actually quite crisp and clean. Definitely a nice little blonde. Only has an essence of raspberries. And now those little essence of raspberries are doing a little tiny little raspberry tap dance on my taste buds. A little bit of a bitter finish. And there's plenty of my mustache to save for later, so that was a good time. That was beer number 1. So let's get back onto beer number 2 and see how the next one goes. For the sake of anyone wondering, I'm not drinking the second one that fast, otherwise there is going to be a raspberry refund all over this table. As you can see, it pours a delightful lacy head, but what does it really mean if you... Oh! Oh! I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Most beer tasters, they'd really tell you to get your nose in it. Oh, brain freeze would be a welcome relief. So they say beer tasting, you really want to get your nose in there to get the bouquet. Don't do that. That bouquet is not okay. The bouquet of this beer is fine, but if you shove your nose in there and do it like a fucking highball, or whatever they do with cocaine, I don't do drugs. Not the cool ones. I'm really worried I'm gonna have a fucking stutter after that, but it didn't affect the flavor of the beer other than it feels like someone set fire to my nostrils. Like if you're just taking a lighter and lit it and then just inhaled up your nose, because apparently that's what beer foam feels like in the same way. If this beer and I went on a blind date and it sat down across the table from mine and I took a first look at it, my first impression would be, dang, this beer is soused because its face is red. And then I would try to catch up by ordering shots of tequila. And usually with my style of drinking, I would probably catch up and fly by and then barf somewhere inappropriate and end the date abruptly. And I think this beer might be the kind of other person that would be like, you know, I'll give him another shot. It seems foreboding. It seems like it's not my style. This does not seem like a yang to my yin. But when I try it, it's teaching me things, and I like what it's teaching me. And I'm not talking about sex stuff either. I'm just talking about about the world. Basically, it'll give me testicular torsion and make me think it later, because I'll love every single minute of it until my balls turn black and fall off. But I'd probably go to the doctor first, because hopefully it feels good and you get them little shits untwisted so I can do it again, you know? End up in the ER 3 times a week until they give me a punch card and the doctor's like, listen, dude, you're gonna end up looking like a Ken doll if you don't stop. But it feels good, doc. I mean, maybe Ken didn't have a penis and balls because Barbie was a fucking leopard in the sack and just ravaged his dick and balls so hard they fell off. Ken is a dildo. I bet you Ken's been used. I bet you there's people out there who have used Ken as a dildo. Ken was made to be a dildo. Barbie, there's a deterrent there. A big blonde mane of deterrent on top of her head. Ken, he's already halfway there, man. You know, just a little spit, a little lube. He's going wherever you need him to go. He's going through the portal, if you know what I'm saying. Man, how f***ed up would that be if the movie's, or not, well yeah, there's a movie and there's a TV show, Stargate. What if that was really just about Ken going through a butt or a vagina? I don't know if Stargate's the movie I was actually thinking of.
If Bareback Blonde would sue you for something, what would they sue you for?
Everything I just said. All right, beer number 3. I don't feel myself slowing down in the desire to drink this. And I don't know if it's because I'm enjoying it or alcoholism.
Oh, spaghetti.
I heard I'm spaghetti, not mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
I'm spaghetti, look at me.
You're spaghetti.
I'm spaghetti. I'm spaghetti. Actually, another question I was gonna ask Nico that I forgot to was if I had to pronounce this beer's name via beatbox, it would be this. Blonde. Blonde, spit in my hand, blonde. Blonde. Raspberry blonde. Raspberry blonde. Blonde, blonde. Blonde, blonde, blonde. Blonde, 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 blonde. Raspberry blonde.
I hated that.
If this beer, the raspberry blonde, was an Arrested Development character, I think it's Buster, because Buster's a hidden gem whom you think you hate, and on the surface you just want to not like it. And the only reason I say on the surface I want to hate this beer is because I just don't like overly fruited beers, and I'm very cautious of them because, let's be honest, I've got an esophagus that looks like Route 66. It's horrible, it's beat up, it's destroyed. It's been ridden hard and put away wet a bunch of times, and I know that's not how you do rows, that's a horse thing, but the analogy stands. If I drink too much of it, it gives me heartburn. So this beer, I was afraid was gonna give me heartburn, and so far, it's only given me nose burn because I snorted it, which is my choice. I did that. I can't be mad at Four Noses for that because I did that. I can't think of something to say right now. But it sounded profound, didn't it? You thought I was gonna say something smart. No, dear audience, I am a moron. Don't make me start doing ducktail jokes. Hey baby, you wanna come see my big vat of money? They call me Scrooge
You are...
My name flows like the heavenly rivers of this fucking beer. The rivers are red. With the blood of my enemies. We're not about bullshitting. We're not bullshitting bullshitters from Bolshevik. Or is Bolshevik, is that a... You know what, skip that.
How are you feeling? Sober being 0, sauced being 10. Where are you at?
I am E equals MC Hammerhead Sharked. I'm not dreading drinking this beer right now. It's still crisp. It's still just the most teeny bit tart. I don't have any heartburn. It's got just the essence of raspberry. It's got a bunch of blonde, which is, you know, blonde. I'm not a Cicerone or whatever, so it's like, to me, a blonde is a mildly malty, but still light and crisp beer. My brain's short-circuiting. My brain's Johnny Five-ing real hard right now.
It's because you're drunk.
Mm-hmm. Audience, we are in trouble. Dire straits. Great band, bad place to be. Audience, here's the crux of the situation. Beer reviews are silly because you're watching someone who does not have your palate drink that beer. And you gotta just try beers for yourself. That's really what it comes down to. Drink those beers. Don't be afraid of people telling you like, oh, I'm getting notes of this and this and this and this. You're not them. You drink what you gotta drink because you like it. Yeah, don't embarrass me. Jesus Christ, lady. I can see behind the camera, people are worried about what I'm doing, audience. Little do they know I'm an expert. Here's my God honest beer review. This is kind of a banger, man. It's not overpowering. It's not overly acidic. The raspberry is just, it's just there. It's there. It's very nice. It reminds you that you're drinking a raspberry beer, but it doesn't make you regret your life or hate things a little bit. Oh no.
What just happened, Sam?
No, 5 just showed up to the party. Beer number 5 just showed up to the party. So anyways,
You're not even done with beer number 5 though.
You want me to be?
I mean, look.
All right.
Your decision.
It was my decision. Nico's trying to detract me from the real statements to be made in the real world and what's going on in the Illuminati. And Tom Hanks is actually Tom DeLonge. It's bad. Angels in the airways and the devils. It's crazy. Colorado glassware. It's good. So here's the thing with the stuff. Audience, like, subscribe, share. Come buy some merch. Support our horrible habits so you can hear me talk nonsense about beers. And Nico too. Producer Taylor, Eagle Dave, __, and John Moonshine Vela Trivia or some shit like that. I don't know what's going on anymore. Four Noses on Twitch is where you are. Bye.